Weather conversation. Checking the forecast.
Good morning, Chloe. Have you had a chance to look outside yet? The sky looks remarkably gray and cloudy today.
Good morning, Gabriel. Yes, I noticed that as soon as I woke up. It feels much cooler than it was yesterday, too. I think the weather is definitely changing.
I agree. I have quite a few errands to run downtown this afternoon, and I am trying to decide how to dress. Do you happen to have a weather app on your phone?
Yes, I do. Let me open it up and check the forecast for you. Give me just a second to load the local data.
Take your time. I am mostly worried about rain. I really do not want to get caught in a storm while I am walking between shops.
Okay, here's the report. It looks like your concern is valid. The app says there is a 90% chance of heavy rain starting around 2 p.m.
Oh, wow. 90% is very high. Does it say if it will be a short shower or a steady rain?
Unfortunately, it looks like steady rain. The hourly forecast shows precipitation continuing until at least 8 p.m. tonight. There's even a warning for possible thunderstorms in the late afternoon.
That is good to know. I should definitely take the bus instead of walking, and I will need my large umbrella. What is the temperature right now?
Currently, it is 12 degrees Celsius, but the real feel indicates it feels like 8 degrees because of the wind chill. It is quite breezy out there.
That is quite chilly for this time of year. I think I will wear my heavy coat and waterproof boots. I hope this bad weather does not last all week. I was planning a picnic for Saturday.
Let me scroll down to the extended forecast. You're in luck. The low-pressure system is moving out on Friday. Saturday is predicted to be partly cloudy with a high of 22 degrees.
That sounds perfect for a picnic. 22 degrees is very comfortable. What about Sunday?
Sunday looks even better. The forecast predicts clear blue skies and plenty of sunshine. So we just have to get through this rainy day today.
I can handle one day of rain if the weekend is going to be beautiful. The plants in my garden probably need the water anyway.
Exactly. Just make sure you wrap up warm today and stay dry during your errands.
I will. Thank you so much for checking the forecast for me, Chloe. It was very helpful.
You are very welcome, Gabriel. Have a safe trip downtown and see you later.
Weather conversation. Caught in the rain.
Hey, watch out for that huge puddle. Quick, come stand under the shelter with me. It is really coming down hard out there.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Gabriel. I cannot believe how fast the sky opened up. 1 minute it was sunny, and the next it was pouring rain. I am completely soaked.
Me too. I was just walking down the street enjoying the fresh air, and then suddenly these dark gray clouds appeared out of nowhere. Are you okay? You look like you might be shivering a little bit.
I am a little bit cold, to be honest. My coat is not waterproof, so the rain went right through the fabric. I actually checked the weather report on my phone this morning, and it said there was 0% chance of rain today.
I saw the exact same report. It is incredibly frustrating when the forecast is so wrong. I didn't even bring an umbrella because I thought it would be a clear day. This looks like a typical spring storm, though. It is very intense, but hopefully it will be brief.
I certainly hope you are right. Look at the wind, though. It is blowing the rain sideways. Even standing under this awning, I can still feel the cold spray on my face.
Here, try moving a little further back against the wall. That might help block the wind a bit better. Do you have far to go to get home from here?
Thankfully, no. I just need to get to the subway station, which is only 2 blocks away. But in this heavy downpour, 2 blocks feels like 2 miles. What about you? Do you have a long walk?
I am actually parked just around the corner, but I don't want to run to my car until this slows down. I would ruin my leather shoes, and I just bought them last week.
Oh, definitely wait then. There's no point in ruining good shoes. Look up there. I think I see a little bit of blue sky trying to peek through those dark clouds.
You have a good eye. I think the worst part of the storm is passing over us now. The thunder seems to be getting quieter too. That is a good sign.
That is a huge relief. I am not a fan of thunder and lightning when I am outside. It makes me very nervous.
That is understandable. It can be quite scary. Since we have to wait a few more minutes for the rain to stop, would you mind if I ran into this coffee shop to grab some napkins? I need to wipe the water off my glasses so I can actually see clearly again.
Actually, that is a wonderful idea. I'll come in with you. I think a hot cup of tea would be perfect right now. It will help me warm up before I brave the walk to the station.
Perfect. Let's go inside. It looks very warm and dry in there. It is funny how a sudden rainstorm forces us to pause our busy day for a moment.
It really is true. Sometimes a short break is exactly what we need. After you, Gabriel.
Thanks, Isabella. Let's hope the sun is shining brightly again by the time we finish our drinks.
Weather conversation. Planning a resort vacation.
Good morning, Penelope. How are you doing today?
Good morning, James. I am doing very well, thank you. I am actually in a great mood because I am looking at some travel brochures right now.
Oh, are you planning a vacation? That is exciting. Where are you thinking of going?
I really need a break from this cold weather. It has been raining for 3 days straight here, and the wind is freezing. I am thinking about booking a week at a resort in the Caribbean.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. The weather here has been miserable lately. It is so gray and chilly outside. A tropical island sounds perfect right now.
Exactly. I checked the weather forecast for the Dominican Republic, and it looks absolutely amazing. It is sunny and mostly clear skies, with temperatures around 28 degrees Celsius every day next week.
28 degrees sounds perfect. It's not too hot, but warm enough to swim comfortably. Is it humid there right now? Sometimes the humidity can make it feel much hotter and uncomfortable.
I read some reviews, and they said there's usually a gentle breeze coming from the ocean, so it shouldn't feel too sticky or oppressive. It is currently the dry season there, so I don't have to worry about tropical storms or heavy rain ruining the trip.
That is very lucky. Timing is important when traveling to tropical places. I remember I went to a resort in Thailand a few years ago during the monsoon season. It rained every afternoon for hours, and we had to stay inside the hotel room instead of being on the beach.
That sounds awful. I definitely want to avoid that. I plan to spend most of my time swimming in the outdoor pool or lying on the white sand. I want to come back with a nice tan.
Just remember to pack plenty of sunscreen. The sun is much stronger near the equator. You don't want to get a painful sunburn on your first day.
You are right. I have already bought a wide-brimmed hat and sunglasses too. I'm just looking forward to wearing light summer clothes again. Wearing this heavy winter coat every day is becoming very tiring.
I completely understand. To be honest, I am quite jealous. While you are sipping cold drinks by the pool under the blue sky, I will be here scraping ice off my car windshield.
I will be sure to send you a postcard, James. Maybe next time you can plan a trip to a warm place during the winter months too.
I definitely will. I hope you manage to book the resort you want.
Thank you. I'm going to call the travel agent during my lunch break to finalize the dates.
Good luck with the booking. Let me know if you need any recommendations for travel insurance later.
I will. Thanks for the chat, James. Have a good morning.
You too, Penelope.
Weather conversation. Unexpected rain.
Hi, Harper. Are you heading out for lunch right now?
Hi, Jack. Yes, I am. I was planning to walk to that new sandwich shop around the corner. Are you coming as well?
That sounds delicious. I was thinking of doing the same. But have you looked outside recently? The sky has turned incredibly dark.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice. It was so bright and sunny when I arrived at work this morning. Those clouds look very heavy.
I think we are about to get caught in a storm. Look, it is starting to sprinkle already.
It is more than a sprinkle now. It is suddenly pouring rain. We definitely cannot walk outside in this without protection.
This is terrible timing. I checked the weather report on my phone just an hour ago, and it said there was a 0% chance of rain today.
Weather apps can be so unreliable sometimes. I stopped trusting them completely last month. Did you happen to bring an umbrella with you, Jack?
Unfortunately, I did not. Since the forecast was so good, I left my umbrella at home. I don't even have a raincoat, just this suit jacket.
That is unlucky. The temperature has dropped quite a bit too. It feels much colder now than it did earlier this morning.
You are right, it is quite chilly. I guess I will have to wait here in the lobby until it clears up. I don't want to get soaked.
Well, luckily for you, I always carry a large umbrella in my bag. My mother always told me to be prepared for anything.
That is very wise advice. I wish I was that organized. Do you think this rain will last for a long time?
It looks like a summer storm. Usually these fall very heavily but pass over quickly. Look at the street. The water is already forming puddles.
Yes, the traffic is slowing down too. Drivers have to be careful when the visibility is this poor. But to look on the bright side, the plants probably need this water.
I was thinking the same thing. My garden has been very dry lately, so this will save me from having to water the flowers tonight. There is always a silver lining.
That is a great attitude, Harper. Oh, look, it seems like the rain is easing up a little bit. It is not falling as hard as before.
I think the worst part is over. Since I have my umbrella, would you like to share it? It is large enough for 2 people, and we can walk to the sandwich shop together.
Are you sure? I would really appreciate that. I am quite hungry and I didn't want to wait another 20 minutes.
It is no trouble at all, Jack. I'm happy to help. Let's open it up and head out before the wind picks up again.
Thank you so much, Harper. I owe you a coffee with lunch for saving me from the rain.
That sounds fair. Let's go.
Weather conversation. Spring.
Good morning, Eleanor. It is such a beautiful day today, isn't it?
Good morning, Noah. Yes, it certainly is. It is wonderful to finally see the sun shining so brightly. It really feels like spring has officially arrived.
I completely agree. The temperature is just right this morning. It is not freezing cold like last week, but it is not too hot yet either. I was actually able to leave my heavy winter coat at home.
I did the same thing. I am only wearing a light cardigan today. It is such a relief to not wear heavy layers anymore. To be honest, winter felt very long this year. I was getting quite tired of the gray skies and the snow.
I know exactly what you mean. The gloominess of winter can affect your mood. But now, everything looks so vibrant. Have you noticed the trees starting to get their leaves back?
Yes, I have. I walked through the city park on my way here, and the scenery was lovely. The cherry blossom trees are beginning to bloom, and I saw so many daffodils. The bright yellow color really cheers you up.
That sounds fantastic. I love seeing the cherry blossoms. However, spring does have one downside for me. My allergies usually start acting up around this time because of all the pollen.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Hay fever can be very annoying. Do you take medicine for it?
Yes, I have some medicine that helps a lot. As long as I take it, I can still enjoy being outside. Speaking of outside, do you have any plans to enjoy this nice weather this weekend?
I do. Since the weather is warming up, I plan to do some spring cleaning in my house on Saturday morning. But after that, I want to work in my garden. I need to prepare the soil for planting new vegetables.
That sounds very productive. I am not very good at gardening myself. I prefer hiking. If the weather stays dry, I might drive out to the lake and hike the trails there.
That sounds relaxing. Just remember to check the forecast before you go. I heard there is a chance of rain on Sunday. The spring weather can be quite unpredictable.
You are right. April showers bring May flowers, as the saying goes. I'll make sure to pack a raincoat and an umbrella in my backpack just in case.
That is a wise idea. It is always better to be prepared. Well, I should head to my desk now. I hope you have a great hike if you decide to go.
Thank you, Eleanor. Enjoy your gardening and the sunshine. Have a wonderful day.
You too, Noah. Goodbye.
Weather conversation. Scorching hot summer weather.
Hi, Charlotte. It is wonderful to run into you today. I must ask, how are you handling this incredible heat wave?
Hello, Noah. Honestly, I am struggling a bit. It is absolutely scorching outside. I walked from the subway station to here, and I feel like I am melting.
I completely understand. I was just checking the weather report on my phone. They said the temperature has already reached 35 degrees Celsius, and with the humidity, it feels even hotter.
That explains why it is so uncomfortable. It's not just the heat. The air feels so heavy and sticky. It is very hard to stay cool when the humidity is this high.
Exactly. I usually enjoy summer, but this is too extreme. Do you have air conditioning at your apartment?
Thankfully, yes. I have been keeping the windows shut and the air conditioner running all day.
I am a little worried about the electricity bill, but it is necessary for survival right now.
I am doing the same thing. It's the only way to get a good night's sleep. I tried using just a fan last night, but it just blew hot air around the room.
That sounds awful. You definitely need to stay cool. Have you been drinking enough water? My doctor told me it is crucial to stay hydrated during a heat wave.
Yes, I have been drinking water constantly. I also try to avoid going outside during the hottest part of the day, usually between noon and 3 p.m.
That is smart. I actually need to run a few errands, but I think I will wait until the sun goes down this evening. It might be a little more bearable then.
That is a good plan. Actually, since we are both trying to escape the sun, would you like to go into that cafe over there? We could get some iced tea or a cold lemonade.
That sounds like a fantastic idea, Noah. A cold drink is exactly what I need right now. Let's go inside and enjoy the air conditioning for a while.
Perfect. After that, I might go to the shopping mall. It is always freezing in there, which sounds like paradise today.
I might join you. Let's get out of the sun first. After you.
Weather conversation. Fall.
Hi, Ava. Have you stepped outside today? It feels like the seasons have suddenly changed overnight.
Hi, Daniel. Yes, I just got back from a walk. The temperature has definitely dropped. I actually had to go back inside to grab a scarf because the wind was quite cold.
That is a sure sign that fall has arrived. I must admit, I am very happy about it. The humid heat of summer was getting to be too much for me. I prefer this crisp, cool air.
I agree with you completely. Fall is probably my favorite season of the year. Besides the relief from the heat, the atmosphere is just so cozy. Plus, the changing leaves are absolutely stunning.
The scenery is amazing right now. I noticed that the maple trees in the park are already turning bright red and orange. It makes walking to work much more enjoyable. Do you have any special traditions for the autumn season?
I do have a few traditions. I always go to a local farm to pick apples and buy pumpkins. My family likes to bake fresh apple pies. The smell of cinnamon and apples in the house is wonderful. What about you?
That sounds delicious. I do not bake much, but I do enjoy the seasonal food. I love eating soups and stews during this weather. Also, I enjoy watching American football games on the weekends. It feels right to watch sports when the weather is chilly.
That is true. This weather makes people want to stay inside and relax too. I love reading a good book while drinking hot tea or hot chocolate. Speaking of hot drinks, have you noticed all the pumpkin spice flavors in the coffee shops?
Yes, they seem to be everywhere. I actually tried a pumpkin coffee this morning. It was very sweet, but it put me in the mood for the season. I think we should enjoy these sunny autumn days before winter arrives.
You are right. Winter can be very harsh, so we should appreciate the mild weather while it lasts. Maybe we should organize a hiking trip for our group of friends next weekend.
That is an excellent suggestion. Hiking is best when the air is cool but the sun is shining. I will look at some trails nearby and send you a message. We can check the weather forecast to pick the best day.
That sounds like a plan. I will wait for your message. Hopefully it stays sunny for us. It was nice talking to you, Daniel.
It was nice talking to you too, Ava. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful afternoon. Goodbye.
Weather conversation. Freezing winter.
Good morning, Eleanor. Did you survive the walk from the parking lot? It feels absolutely Arctic out there this morning.
Good morning, Carter. Barely. I do not think I have ever felt a wind chill this strong. My phone weather app said it feels like 20 degrees below zero right now.
I believe it. I had to scrape a thick layer of ice off my windshield before I could leave the house. It took me 10 minutes just to get the car warm enough to drive safely. My fingers were numb by the time I finished.
That is the worst part of winter. I was lucky because I parked in the garage last night, but the drive here was still frightening. The roads are incredibly slippery, especially on the bridges.
I noticed that too. I saw a few cars sliding near the main intersection. Everyone needs to drive much slower than usual today. Did you see the weather forecast for the rest of the week?
Unfortunately, yes.
They are predicting that this cold snap will last until the weekend. We might even get another 6 inches of snow on Friday night, so we should be prepared.
Oh no, I was hoping for a break from the cold. I suppose I need to go to the hardware store and buy more salt for my driveway. I used the last of my supply this morning to clear the walkway.
That is a wise idea. You should probably go early. Whenever they predict a big storm, the local stores run out of salt and shovels very quickly. You do not want to be stuck without them.
You are right. I will stop by on my way home this evening. How do you usually stay warm during weather like this? Do you have any special tips?
Honestly, I just focus on wearing layers. Today I am wearing a thermal shirt under my blouse, plus a heavy wool sweater. Also, I drink a lot of hot tea throughout the day to keep my body temperature up.
Layering is definitely the best strategy. I made the mistake of forgetting my gloves today, and my hands were freezing by the time I walked through the front door. I will not make that mistake again tomorrow.
Oh, that is painful. Make sure you keep your hands in your pockets if you go outside for lunch. Well, I should get to my desk and start working. Hopefully the office heating is working well today.
It feels nice and warm in here so far. Stay warm, Eleanor, and be careful driving home later if the snow starts falling early.
Thank you, Carter. You stay warm as well. Have a productive day.
Weather conversation. Pollution.
Good morning, Emma. Have you looked out the window yet? It looks pretty gloomy out there today.
Good morning, Michael. Yes, I just walked in. It is not just gloomy. The air is really thick. I don't think that's normal fog.
You are right. I checked my weather app before I left my house this morning. It is definitely smog. The pollution levels are recorded as unhealthy today.
That explains why my throat feels a little scratchy. I actually started coughing as soon as I stepped onto the street. It's awful.
I know exactly what you mean. My eyes were stinging a bit while I was waiting for the bus. I really regret not wearing a face mask this morning.
I actually have a spare sealed mask in my bag if you need one for your commute home later. It's strange because yesterday was so clear and sunny. Why did it change so quickly?
Thank you, Emma. That is very kind of you. I think it's because the wind stopped blowing. Without a breeze, all the exhaust from cars and smoke from factories just gets trapped over the city.
That makes sense. It's scary to think about what we are breathing in. It really makes you appreciate fresh air when we have it. Do you use an air purifier at home?
I do. I bought one last year during the allergy season. I left it running on high speed today. It really makes a massive difference to the indoor air quality.
I need to get a new filter for mine. I plan to stay inside as much as possible until this clears up. Did the app say when the weather might improve?
Let me check the forecast again. It looks like a cold front is coming in tomorrow afternoon. It's supposed to bring some heavy rain and strong winds.
Oh, that is actually good news. I usually don't like rain, but right now we really need it to wash away all this dust and pollution.
Exactly. Until then, we should probably skip our usual afternoon walk. It's not healthy to exercise outside when the air quality index is this poor.
I agree completely. Let's just grab lunch at the cafeteria inside the building instead, so we don't have to go out.
Sounds like a solid plan. Better safe than sorry. I'll see you at noon then.
See you then, Michael. Try to stay away from the windows.
Did you enjoy today's pattern? Remember, the secret to speaking fluent English is repetition. Don't just listen with your ears.
Practice speaking out loud until your tongue gets used to it. For more useful English patterns every day, please subscribe to Pattern English and hit the like button. See you in the next video.